I'm not caught up in politics. I'm no black activist on a so-called scholar's dick. I come through with the woo and drop math and versatile freestyles, bombs and phonographs, and deliver all things and others in weight. I search to death on how living things relate. Cause at a young age, I was molded in a religion I relied on and got caught up in superstition. Scared to split poles, duck black cats. Once in a while, even threw salt over my back. But with knowledge of self, I'm off the shelf. Things used to seem complicated, but now they small like elves. So turn off the lights and light a candle. Have a seance. Pull the lid off the Dean Martin scandals. Wizards, warlocks, spooks, and Holy Ghost. RZA, let's defraud the hoax. Peace. Yo, welcome to the Cipher. Part 26, drop a jewel on them. For those that ain't on to it, that verse I just dropped was by none other than the genius, the Jizza. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual leader of the Wu-Tang Clan. Lyrically on point. Knowledgeable. Original man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the second verse. I got a special treat. I got the other verse of this track. The track is number 12 off of his first CD, Liquid Swords, and it's called Swordsman. That was the first CD. I mean the first verse, excuse me, and then we're gonna get into this one, and then we're gonna speak and end it up like that. All right. We were on the same ship when the slaves were checked. I had to pull your card, cause you was on the top deck. But while I plotted my escape, I saw the thin line between love and hate. So I fast from the hog on the plate, suffered brutal pains from whips and chains, punishments that were set to wash the brain. So look, listen, observe, and also respect this jewel. Draw it up, detect, and reflect this light I shine, because my power is refined through the truth which manifests through eternal minds, purified gases and masses, the same elements that help spark civilization classes. I hear brothers that quote math and plus degrees, lip professing. Them brothers can't even feed their own seeds. Yo, that was the Jizza. Just a little sample. You know, I said enough, you know, in the first little intro, but, you know, I want to reiterate, man. You know, the RZA, I know most of y'all are up on it. You know, maybe the young generation, maybe not so as much, but go ahead and do the knowledge to that. Not only the RZA, the Wu-Tang, I mean the Jizza, the Wu-Tang Clan. Excuse me if I said RZA too before, but you know, the Jizza. I mean, he always lyrically on point with his verses. He always got mad dense verses packed with meaning. So let's go into it. I got like 5 or 6 points I want to go. So bear with me, y'all. You know, I've been gone for like a week and a half. So I gotta bless it. You know what I'm saying? Bless the world. So let's go. In that first verse, you know, I like how he came out. You know, I'm not caught up in politics. You know what I'm saying? I just drop math and come through with the woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's cool to be up on politics if that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? And be all scholarly and stuff like that. But, you know, the foundation of all things is mathematics. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's saying. You know, he built on that and can be equal with any man out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's a powerful thing in itself. So the next part of that verse that I wanted to hit on was he searched to death on how living things relate. That's what we all should do, man. Everything's connected out here, man. So we gotta always look for that underlying similarity that connects all of us, man. You know what I'm saying? The human race, you know what I'm saying? The environment, all of that stuff, man. Look at how things connected, man. And then you'll be able to understand a little bit more about why things happen and stuff. Another thing I like when he said, at a young age, I was molded in a religion I relied on and got caught up in superstition. Man, I would never split no pole when I was a shorty, man. Never. I always thought something bad was gonna happen to me, man. Word. Like, black cat crossed my path. Oh, man, I was spooked for like 2 weeks, like, on edge, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm older, man, and understand that it's all tomfoolery, I laugh at it, man, but that stuff can have you in fear, man, if you get spooked up, you know what I'm saying? Don't know who you are, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Religion is cool, you know what I'm saying? I grew up Baptist, you know what I'm saying? The Baptist church, all love, respect, you know what I'm saying? Laid a beautiful foundation, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I grew up spooked off superstition. That's just keeping it real. And something I didn't know what, you know, the meaning was behind all them teachers and stuff, man. So, you know, that's just life, you know what I'm saying? So the Jizza, excuse me, he made that point well. In the second verse, he came out with that fire. He was like, we was on the same ship when the slaves was checked, but I had to pull your car because you was on the top deck. Man, that's like the makings of the house nigga, you know what I'm saying? Before he even got to the plantation, he on the top deck. Everybody else laboring and suffering on the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Rolling around chained up in their own feces and urine, and you out there on the top deck, you know what I'm saying? Serving the man, you know what I'm saying? Thinking you better and different than your brothers that's underneath the boat. You know what I'm saying? But see, cats out like that, they need to get their car pulled for real. All the way up until modern day times right now, man. Don't be like you in the house, you got it all good, man. And the brothers out there in the street, in the fields, man, this ain't nothing to you, man. We all equal, man. Each one teach one, man. There's no division. We are not different. The next part, he was like, so look, listen, observe, and also respect this jewel. That's just doing the knowledge. Look, listen, observe with respect. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want y'all to do to all these episodes of Drop a Jewel, man. Just do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Look and observe myself. You know what I'm saying? A little bit I show to y'all, you know? And if you can learn something from it, that's what's up. If you don't learn nothing from it, that's good too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here, you know what I'm saying? Creating opportunities for people to build and link up. So, yeah, you know, always do the knowledge, man, to situations, man. The next part I wanted to hit on a little bit was like, he was like purified gases and masses, the same elements that help spark civilization classes. Like, you know, this goes back to like what he was saying in that first verse, like he searched the depth of how living things relate. You know what I'm saying? When he's saying purified gases and masses, he's just saying like, you know, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon. You know what I'm saying? All of these elements and stuff, man, that's out here in the universe, in our world, are also in us. They started out in us. All of those elements out here, they are a part of your body in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? So that's a connectedness right there. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The same elements that helped spark civilization back thousands of years ago. You know what I'm saying? That same potential is out here in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? Which manifests that truth through eternal minds. You know what I'm saying? That's why people can, you know, be living a certain way, but then get knowledge of self or get awakening. You know what I'm saying? Example, Malcolm X or somebody, you know what I'm saying? And then that truth just become manifested in his mind and change his whole understanding up, his whole way of living. You know what I'm saying? There's other great minds out there too, the Garveys, you know what I'm saying? Honorable Elijah, all of them. When they got knowledge of it, changed their whole being. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of things that, you know, that makes you just, you know that, you know, people back then, the great prophets and all that, man, you know, we got probably a little bit more advanced with technology and stuff, but, you know, all of that stuff is the same as back then as up until now, man. That stuff all relates, man. That's why you do your history on stuff, man, and see where we can make that path for each other, you know. The last thing I want to speak on